Hi everyone, I welcome you all. Today I'll tell you about the great Emperor Ashoka. Emperor Ashoka is remembered as one of the greatest rulers of India. Inscriptions on pillars and rocks found in various parts of India have been able to tell us about Ashoka and his reign. Can you see this picture? This is a picture of an inscription. This is an inscription describing Emperor Ashoka's rule. These inscriptions could not be read for a long time as they were in a script that had gone out of use. However, a scholar named James Prinsep deciphered the script in 1837 and identified it as Brahmi. When James Prinsep deciphered the Brahmi script, there was a mention about a king named Devanam Piyadasi, or beloved of God. But nobody knew that this king was Ashoka. It was only in 1915 that another inscription confirmed that Piyadasi was none other than Ashoka. Kalinga's conquest. Kalinga was an independent kingdom with a flourishing trade. Ashoka decided to conquer Kalinga, which his father or grandfather could not do. After annexing this kingdom, his empire would have been unified. Annexing means incorporating by joining. Secondly, Kalinga would have given him access to the coast, which was helpful in trade with the South and Southeast Asian countries. So, he raised a large army and attacked Kalinga. The Kalingans, who loved their independence, fought bravely but were defeated before the large army of Ashoka. In the end, Ashoka managed to annex Kalinga, but the loss was too heavy. About 1 lakh Kalingans died in the war. This war changed Ashoka's views about life. The horrors of war created havoc in Ashoka's mind. Havoc means violent disturbance. He could not bear to see the misery of men and their bereaved families. Bereaved means deprived of close relative through death. He decided that he would not fight any more wars and soon after became a Buddhist. He became the first Indian ruler to have given up war after winning one. He decided to live with the aim of persuading people to live in peace. Ashoka's edicts. Ashoka issued edicts for his people and addressed them directly. Edicts means statements. The edicts were engraved on rocks and polished pillars. They were located in public places. They were written in Prakrit language using Brahmi script. The edicts explain Ashoka's ideas about administration, guidelines for people's behavior, and his dhamma. Ashoka's major rock edict is one of the most important edicts of Ashoka. It is located outside the town of Junagadh in Gujarat. It reads, "Beloved of gods, King Piyadasi has caused this Dhamma edict to be written. Here, in my domain, no living beings are to be slaughtered or offered in sacrifice, nor should festivals be held for beloved of the gods. King Piyadasi sees much to object to in such festivals, although there are some festivals that beloved of the god King Piyadasi does approve of." This rock edict by Ashoka is about Kalinga war. It reads, "Beloved of the gods, King Piyadasi conquered the Kalingas 8 years after he became king. 150,000 were deported. 100,000 were killed and many more died. After the Kalingas had been conquered, beloved of the gods came to feel a strong inclination towards the Dhamma, a love for the Dhamma and for instruction in Dhamma. Now, beloved of the gods, King Piyadashi feels sadness for having conquered the Kalingas. Now, here's a question. What does Ashoka call himself in the edicts? And why? Ashoka's Dhamma. The Sanskrit word dharma is called Dhamma in Prakrit. It can be defined as pity, moral life and righteousness. Ashoka's Dhamma was not a religion, but it referred to the norms of social behavior and activities. It was a code to live a virtuous life. He believed in high ideals. Pity means respect to God, and virtuous means morally excellent. Ashoka's Dhamma was deeply influenced by Buddhism and was based on tolerance, non-violence and respect for elders. Its main principles were: people should live in peace and harmony. They should show respect and tolerance to all irrespective of caste, creed or religion. They should respect their elders. Masters should be kind to their servants. People should follow ahimsa and not kill any living being. Ashoka practiced Dhamma in his own life and in ruling his kingdom. He discontinued warfare and undertook many welfare measures. Now let's learn how Ashoka spreaded his Dhamma. Ashoka issued edicts, which are also called royal orders, to spread the message of Dhamma. He had his edicts engraved on pillars and rocks and set up in public places all over the empire. The edicts were written in local scripts. Most of them were written in Prakrit using the Brahmi script. In his edicts, Ashoka addressed himself as the father of his people. Ashoka himself told the kingdom to spread the message of Dhamma.